Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Diesel and Locust here on Ancient Isle. Locust is the undead player spawning over here on the top left hand corner as the blue undead player, meanwhile going to Crypt and a single Ziggurat. Meanwhile, we have over here on the bottom right hand side Disel going with an Altar of Storms as I guess the light green orc player getting the standard excuse me, getting the standard Altar of Storms and an orc burrow. Pretty much going to be getting a barracks pretty soon, and we'll see how this game will really play out. Once again, this game is currently being live streamed. If you are following me on Twitter, you'll know when I am doing a live stream. If you guys are really bored and can't wait for me to post up my videos, you can go ahead and just get them from the live stream account, and then you'll also be able to hear me as I set up in between replays. But currently no one is watching, and that's alright. Altar of Darkness coming down, Ziggurat Crypt, so it looks like we're going to be having ghouls coming in from Locust. Now we have a single Acolyte now coming down to the south in order to do some scouting. Meanwhile, no scouting coming in from Locust yet, Diesel yet. Oh, excuse me as I cough. Alright, then back to the game. We have the Blade. Oh, we have the Farseer coming in from Diesel. So Diesel going for a Farseer, and still no barracks, still no Voodoo Lounge. So I'm a little bit surprised by this. We may be having a quick tech to tier 2 right now, and that looks to be the strategy. No burrow, no Voodoo Lounge, no burrow, no barracks. So we're gonna have a very quick tech to tier 2. Over here to the north, we have a Dreadlord. So this is a Dreadlord versus a Farseer. This is gonna be a great matchup. I can already feel it right now. A Farseer is gonna be popping out in just a second, and Ghoul is going to be coming out. Oh, I can't wait. I am so glad for whoever suggested this replay to me. And right now we have the Acolyte now pushing back right now, and trying to run to the back more. Now we are upgrading the Stronghold already, so a very fast quick tech to tier 2 coming in from Diesel. Diesel going to be using those Spirit Wolves to try to do some harassing, but unbeknownst to him, he's going to have to fight a Dreadlord with Sleep, most likely. This is a very interesting game already. Spirit Wolves now being summoned, now trying to head out. We have Voodoo Lounge, Orc Burrow, and a secondary Orc Burrow already coming down, so not quite sure what the strategy is. No production units coming out at all from Diesel, so let's see what's going to be happening. Now an Acolyte trying to run for his life, getting caught up by a Spirit Wolf, and now we have the Dreadlord coming out. Are we going to get a sleep? No sleep, and those Spirit Wolves are going to be running away. Those Spirit Wolves are going to be very critical and key in this fight. Otherwise the Farseer is going to be easily surrounded. Those Spirit Wolves need to wake up the Farseer and now run back away. Let's see how this is going to really work out. Once more the Spirit Wolves are back out, trying to get a surround off, and now wakes him up, now able to get off a couple free hits, and now trying to run away. The Dreadlord down to 83, 84 mana, not much he can really do. Resummons those Spirit Wolves. Very nice play coming in from Diesel. Diesel now trying to head back to the north. Not quite sure where he's going. I think he has unit formation on, and not quite sure what that sound was. Coming back into the game, not quite sure what that was. Sorry. Anyways, coming back in, the Dreadlord now trying to run back in, taking a couple hits from that Farseer. Ghoul is now coming back in as well, already taking the Halls of the Dead, and now here comes this fight. Dreadlord not quite sure what to do. The Spirit Wolf still doing some fighting. Spirit Wolf is going to stand really close by that Farseer. Almost got a surround off next to that. I guess that pile of rocks right over there. Now those ghouls taking some additional damage from those Spirit Wolves as they're continuing the fight. Dreadlord does not have enough mana for any additional sleep, so very interesting right now. We have a very low hit point Spirit Wolf trying to pull it off to the back again. Still, Stronghold now being tech 2, so almost nearing completion. We'll see if we're going to pick up an additional hero, probably maybe a Tavern hero at this point. Not quite sure what the strategy is going to be. A single Spirit Wolf now heading back in, and now we have a graveyard being built from Locust. So Locust getting that. Right now we have Dreadlord picking up a Boots of the Speed, looking for that Farseer. Farseer is over here, very hard to find on this green map. Now trying to take down this Altar of Darkness. Not quite sure if that's really that smart of a move right there. And now Farseer has no experience. Dreadlord, neither does he have any experience as well. I guess that Nerubian Tower took out that last Spirit Wolf over to the north. Right now, still no production buildings coming in from Diesel, so not quite sure. And now we finally have a Bestiary and getting straight to Fortress. So double Bestiary Fortress, skipping the barracks altogether. And now we'll see what's going to happen. We do have a graveyard, but I do not see any fiends coming in yet. And the Dreadlord has enough for a sleep, so we'll see what's going to happen. happen right here. Farseer just playing guard right now, trying to make sure that that Dreadlord doesn't get any experience right now, as Diesel has a very low, very low population count right now, sitting in at 23 over 40, and also training a Shadow Hunter. So it's going to be Shadow Hunter and Farseer. So we'll see how this is going to really work out. Perhaps we'll see Chain Lightning and Healing Wave, not quite the same as Chain Wave, but completely different strategy. But it may work right now as Diesel almost gets us surrounded on that Farseer. Farseer doing a good job keeping it alive right now. Dreadlord taking a lot of damage from that Farseer and those Spirit Wolves, just trying to play a game of cat and mouse right now. Locust now getting a Slaughterhouse. That Slaughterhouse may be focused down and by those Spirit Wolves, as it is easy prey right now. We'll see what's going to happen now. Dreadlord taking some damage. Now the ghouls are coming off the line. Farseer very low. It resummons those Spirit Wolves, and the 9 experience. What a micro game so far. Shadow Hunter now out, and now getting as Wind Riders. So the Shadow Hunter is going to be doing some creeping as the Farseer does some harassment. No, Farseer now coming back. Shadow Hunter going to do some harassment, or doing some creeping right now as the game progresses on. Let's see with the Shadow Hunter. Oh, getting a quick Hex off on the Ogre Magi, trying to pull the units to the back. And now the Farseer and the Spirit Wolves trying to take down this Ogre Warrior. Ogre Warrior going to take some damage, and now trying to run back as he doesn't like where he is. Troll Chopper is going to get an ensnare off, and now the Troll Chopper is going to be taking some damage. Ogre Magi now ready to rejoin this fight. Down goes one unit, and now we should have those Wind Riders joining up with this Diesel's army in just a second. 35 over 40, getting an additional burrow as well. So those Wind Riders will be able to get them creeping really quickly coming in from Diesel. Right now we have the Dreadlord trying to do some creeping as well, and we have Skeletal Minions out. So the Skeletal Minions are quickly going to see those Wind Riders, and now we should see a tech to get some Crypt Fiends, getting some statues. So statues and getting some web most likely to counter those Wind Riders. Double Bestiaries, those Skeletal Minions trying to do some fighting, but the timer on them will pop in just a second. Getting Envenom Spears as well. Diesel going to be at 35 over 40 food, now sitting at 39 over 40 food. Once again, the Shadow Hunter and the Farseers continuing to do some creeping. 2 Wind Riders in the air. Down goes an additional creep, and now level 1 on the Farseer, level 1 on the Shadow Hunter. Both should get to level 2 off of this level 5 Null Overseer camp. And there, pop. Everyone gets level 2. Farseer picking up, I'm not quite sure what the item was. Sentry Ward? No, don't think so. I think it was just a tome, so maybe just a Tome of Intelligence plus 2. Over here, we have an Obsidian statue that's stuck. Wow, Locust just not getting any luck in this game, trying to clear out those statues as quickly as possible. Once more, the Wind Riders now coming in, trying to deal damage to those units. Now it has to deal with all those Troll Warlords. Spirit Wolves need to be refocused down. Now we have the Shadow Hunter taking some damage, and the Farseer taking some damage with a Wind Rider as well. So down goes a level 6. We have a Wand of the Wind being picked up, and still that statue. Oh, more Obsidian statues still getting stuck, and we have Necromancers. So wow, this is a crazy game right now. Necromancers, statues, nothing is what I would call a standard game off of this. And now we have the Farseer perhaps trying to do some creeping. We have a Red Drake up in the air, and that Red Drake, no creeping on that Red Drake. A little bit surprised by that. Would have expected them try to creep that Red Drake creep camp. Farseer now has Spirit Wolves, more Skeletal Minions just coming in. Diesel has Orc Burrows. Those Orc Burrows are currently upgraded with that fortified armor, so the destroyers will not be able to take down those burrows very quickly. Now in comes the Spirit Wolves. Spirit Wolves getting, I think, purged for a second. Now those Wind Riders trying to focus down those Null Wardens. Those Null Wardens are really what's able to come in. And we have Tri-Hero coming in from Diesel. Oh my gosh, so Orc Tri-Hero with the Farseer, Shadow Hunter, and Tauren Chieftain. And we have a mini fortress coming out, so Diesel quickly setting up an expansion. And this game is just already crazy right now. We only have a single hero coming in from Locust, and Locust is only level 2 on that hero, so not quite sure what the strategy is going to be at this point. We'll see what's going to happen as this game continues on. Right now we have Necromancers coming out. If the Necromancers are able, and those Meat Wagons are able to get a lot of skeletons, I don't know if there's no Spirit Walkers, so he's not going to be able to really dispel all those skeletons right now. Getting supply lock, no, already going into low upkeep with 53 over 60 right now. Finally taking down that last Troll Warden. And now level 3 on the Shadow Hunter and the Farseer. Level 1 on the Tauren Chieftain and True Shot Aura. Great item. Great item on that Tauren Chieftain already. And getting a nice healing wave off to heal up some of those units. And Disel already setting up that expansion. Already at full saturation. We'll see what's going to happen here. Tauren Chief or Dreadlord now at level 3. Has that Vampiric Aura, and the Wind Riders are going to come in, and we'll see what's going to happen. Those getting the sleep off on that Wind Rider, not quite sure. Those units should just try to come off into the top and try to fight it down. We have 2 Fiends. Stay tuned for part 2 and the conclusion of this replay between Locust and Disel here on Ancient Isle.